Hello everyone and welcome to Blog Runner Everything and welcome back to the channel. And can we all just breathe a huge sigh of relief because FC Barcelona has made it to the round of 16. Barca not going to be playing Europa League football this season, and man, sigh of relief because as much as when this draw was made, we did say this should be the case. Barca should win this group. Well, Barca just has a way of, just not doing the things they're supposed to do, at least this season. And, well, they made a difficult job out of what should have been a not so difficult task. I don't know here. Anyway, after that loss to Shakhtar and after the way Barca played against Alaves and against Rayo, I honestly wasn't thinking that Barca would have everything that it would take to win this game. But they did win this game, and look, it wasn't exactly vintage Xavi ball, okay, like when we were giving Real Madrid 4-0 at the Bernabeu, but I do have to admit that second half performance by FC Barcelona is maybe the best we've seen from Barca, like maybe the entire season, or at least since, those back-to-back 5-0s against Betis and Antwerp. Like, Barca looked like Barca again. There was a bit of an aura about the play. There was, that inevitability about the shot coming on goal and the ball hitting the back of the net. And, how about the performance from the two Joaos? Joao, do you like that? Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. But yeah, overall, a lot of positives compared to what we've been seeing recently from FC Barcelona, which is a good thing. And yeah, of course, now it's just the small matter of La Liga's informed team in Atletico de Madrid that Barca has to play, the only team that's beaten Real Madrid so far this season. So yeah, no small task there. This Sunday is going to be pretty interesting. But for now, we can at least just focus on the fact that Barcelona is into the next round of the Champions League. They've got through their group. I mean, probably need like one more point to win the group if I'm not mistaken. But that's doable against Antwerp. And even if we don't get it, winning the group is a bit overrated because you're still probably going to end up with like a PSG if they finish second, Oh yeah, who knows. Anywho, well, this is a match review, so we're going to do some match reviewy kind of stuff, Barcelona, of course, beat FC Porto by 2-1, courtesy of goals from the two Joaos, Joao Cancelo and Joao Felix. Joao Cancelo, of course, with the goal and the assist for what was, undeniably a man of the match performance. So I'm just, briefly going to still talk some of my negatives and positives from this performance because there were some negatives, and we'll get into all of that, and then I will give you my team and manager ratings as well as the man of the match. Oh, and by the way, if this is your first time tuning in here, if you just discovered this channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button and also to hit like on this video to show that you like the content, because like. Okay, let's go straight and talk negatives. And man, this is it feels like this channel has been cursed since its inception to always have me complaining of this one negative, which is not putting away chances, not finishing, poor finishing, wasteful finishing, wasting chances. I've used all of those terminologies over the past, 3 years that this channel has been active? Yeah, 3 years next month. And it was there today again, probably the most glaring, or obvious of those misses being the one by Ferran Torres towards the end, in the 82nd minute or something like that, where he had the chance where, he could have put the ball into the top corner or he could have played Lewandowski to his left, and he didn't either, really. He went for the shot, didn't put it on target. And yeah, there were a few other opportunities that you felt, we should have been doing much better. We weren't even hitting the target. And man, I'm really hoping Tigrinho, when he comes in this January, like we've heard might be the case, I'm really hoping that he can help with this poor finishing problem Barcelona has, because it's really getting out of hand. There's no way you could be a team that doesn't know how to finish chances for 3 straight years, despite having guys like, Messi, like Lewandowski, Griezmann, having played for you in that time period. Ridiculous. It's pretty much the only negative that I want to press home this time around. So I'm going to move on and talk some positives. And of course, the first positive today I thought was just, like I said, there was a bit of an aura about the play in that second half in particular. And I think probably this was a good example of why going forward, the midfield for big matches is basically, it picks itself. It's going to be, Gundogan, it's going to be Gundogan, Frenkie, and Pedri, now that Xavi is out, because just how press resistant we were compared to, the last match we played against Porto, where they were taking the ball off of Barca pretty casually, pretty easily, and like this isn't a dig at Oriol Romeu, but having Frenkie de Jong on the pitch is he's just that much better at evading a press, and is that much better at helping you maintain possession of the ball and putting you on the front foot almost directly. Now, I just hope that maybe we could see Gundogan play further forward and Pedri maybe a little deeper, just because I feel like Gundogan's presence in the 18-yard area is a bit, he's a bit ahead of Pedri in that regard. And also, Pedri as a deep-lying playmaker is probably one of, low-key, the most underrated players that there is on the planet, because he's pretty good in that role. Anywho, of course, my other positive is just, getting the job done. Thank you for once. It's been a while since we've had a must-win game in the Champions League and we actually won it. Okay? In fact, I could go as far as saying that hasn't happened since Napoli in the Champions League, round of 16. Like, yeah, that's how long ago it's been since Barcelona had a game where they needed to win and they actually won. Because the season after that, we had a must-win game against Juve to win our group. We lost that, ended up getting PSG and getting knocked out. And then the years that came after that as well, we had must-win fixtures against Benfica, against Bayern Munich, against Inter Milan, and guess what? We did not win any of them. So this time around, it was a must-win fixture. And despite the fact that we didn't win our last must-win fixture against Shakhtar, we were able to get the job done here. So for me, I think that's a positive. Hopefully, this is, there's a weight that's been lifted off of this team. Maybe the players can play with a bit more freedom. Because I don't know, maybe it was because he was playing at left wing, I was playing at left back, for example, but Cancelo today just seemed to be playing with a lot more freedom than he had against Rayo, and he had, the last couple of fixtures, Alaves and, Shakhtar. He played with more freedom here, and I hope that can just spread to the rest of the team, because this team is too good to be playing the way that they have been the past month. Right, let's move on now from negatives and positives. Getting into the team and manager ratings, I'm not going to be too generous despite the fact that I'm in high spirits. For the manager rating, it's a 7 out of 10 for me. Not really that much more to say after that. Like I said, the midfield picks itself, and so did the defense. Although it was, a bit of a gamble not going with, Balde at left back, going with Cancelo there. But, Cancelo is as good at left back as he is at right back, and he proved to be the difference maker. And that's kudos to Xavi as well for trusting him with that responsibility. So, I think I'm upgrading Xavi to a 7.5. Yeah, because I'm in high spirits. And after that, of course, the team rating, which for me this time around, there was still a bit of nitpicky things here and there, which I thought the team could still do better. So they're also on a 7.5 out of 10. I don't really feel like this was an 8. It would have been an 8 if we scored a third, maybe. But, I'm in high spirits, but not so high that I would delude myself into giving a higher rating than I should. So yeah, 7.5 rating for the team. And finally, of course, the most predictable section, man of the match. I've already mentioned this quite a few times here. The man of the match is, of course, Joao Cancelo. What a performance that was from him. And, showing exactly why FC Barcelona, why Xavi was so desperate to bring him in. And, hopefully he can get more rest as the season goes. He's been playing way too much football, especially for Barca. And Joao Felix as well, that rest proved to have, helped him out quite a bit, because he looked rather sharp today. In fact, I forgot to mention this maybe in the negatives, in the positives rather, that our forwards did look at least, much sharper today. In particular, Rafinha Joao Felix, Lamine as well. Anyway, Ferran and Lewandowski, I'll lump them in there as well, though they were more on the disappointing side from our forwards. But you know, overall, our forwards have looked sharper today or during that match. So yeah. Anywho, that's basically that from me, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the performance. And I mean, I'm just at the end of the day relieved that Barcelona are in the round of 16. I'm pissed that they put me through all this stress. And you know, Shakhtar didn't help beating Antwerp and just like, you know, ramping up all the pressure. But thankfully, this time around, the team didn't crumble under the pressure, but they were able to deliver. All right. Thank you once again for tuning in. Do have a great day and Forza Barça.